All right. So now before I go ahead with the today's session, it is important for me to introduce myself to all of you. Are you all following me on Instagram or YouTube, LinkedIn? Thumbs up. Are you all there on Instagram, YouTube? Yes, no? Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I will know that yes, you are or you are not. So probably you will, by now, you know that who I am. Yes. Nonetheless, I will introduce myself to people who are joining me for the first time. My name is Kanika Gandhi. I have flown for 8 long years in aviation, total completing 10 years now in aviation. I've been training aspiring cabin crew and aspirants who want to join corporate industry. I have been training over 1.5 years to 2 years now, and I'm glad to share that so many participants out of no matter what's the number. I am glad that out of so many people, there are 50% and above who have got their job and they are successfully flying. That means that whatever I train you will be from my experience. I never ever Google, I never ever go on YouTube and find out कि अच्छा इनको क्या tips do. I make it as original as possible and I give you the information. Today also I will be giving you information from my own experience. And there is one bad habit of Kanika Gandhi, which is that I love giving interviews. I don't know why, but I am very fond of giving interviews. No matter whether I want to join the industry or I don't want to join the industry, but I love giving interviews. Why I go ahead and give my interviews is because I want to keep myself updated all the time. So I once I am updated, I will be able to share you all the information. Now today also it is a small chunk that I will be covering, which is interview body language, and I'll be giving you information on the same. Right? Now today's agenda, ladies and gentlemen, we will be talking about body language and postures. We'll be looking at certain surveys, and I will be giving you body language tips, which will be really helpful for you when you go ahead in your career. Any questions, anything, if you have, please write it in the chat box. Olivia, Akash, and I will be handling all the questions and we will be answering them as soon as possible. However, I will request you to keep a pen and a paper ready with you as well so that you can write down if there is something important, or feel free to take screenshots, right? And I will give you certain more information why I ask you to take screenshots in a short while. Now, if you are not following me on my Instagram, we are live, we are posting our videos, we are there in the market on social media platforms. We have a channel by the name of Fashcrew Consultancy. You can go and subscribe the channel. We are on Instagram by the name of Fash_crew. You can go and follow us. And then we have our website www.fashcrew.in. You can go there and check. You probably will find out certain courses. If you are interested in doing any of the course, you can come back to me, Olivia or Akash. We'll be more than happy to help you. Alternatively, I'll be sharing my contact details with all of you. Again, you have it. You are there on my free session group. So you can note down my number, and if you have any concern, you are feel free to DM me or to give me a call. However, the timing remains 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. After that, the phone will not be available, but we are available on WhatsApp, right? All right. Now let's go ahead and understand today's agenda and let's start studying. Now, number one, we have our non-verbal cues. Now, before I go ahead, I will again ask you to give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Do you really think that non-verbal cues matter when we are giving our interviews? If you feel yes, just give me a thumbs up. What do you think? Interview and body language is important, or it's just the communication skill that matters? Give me a thumbs up, guys, if you feel that yes, it is important. Body language plays a vital role when I talk about interview. Great. I see very few thumbs up. Others probably feel that no, or they want to know the information. Today we will learn and we'll understand that why body language is important. Now, before I go ahead and I tell you that, the fact is that body language is one aspect that can make you hire or that can make you reject. Why I'm saying this is because आपका जब interview होता है, when you are going for the interview, first impression is the lasting impression. Agreed? Yes. It is not the last impression, but it's the lasting impression that is created. It is not only you who is creating impression, it is the recruiter also. आप भी recruiter का impression बनाते हो. Even you are creating first impression for the recruiter. Now, I will not name the airline here. However, there is one airline. I have seen so many participants coming and telling me, ma'am, it is the most unprofessional airline. मैम वो तो नेल पेंट भी लगाते हैं हमारा रिक्रूटमेंट करते हुए. They always are on their phone or probably they are eating something when they are taking my interview. Again, you all are also creating good first impression or bad first impression, depends, right? Now moving on, that your body language, your facial expressions, your tone of voice, which means your elements and your gestures, all clubbed together, and they are your non-verbal cues, and you are creating impressions on the basis of these aspects also. With this, it is always your grooming and your clothing, right? Your clothes also matter. Today, if I sit in front of you wearing a night dress or wearing a party dress, it is not professional, and you will, and your impression will be, oh my God, why is she wearing all this? So again, it is a non-verbal cue, and again, it is added into our first impression. And hence, please make sure whenever you are going ahead in the process of your interview, your clothing should also be fantastic. With the expressions, with the body language you are showing, with the tone of voice and your gestures, your clothing will also matter. I will again come back in a while with another free session on clothing and grooming. If you feel, if you want to join, you can join that as well. Now moving on, guys, we have a survey on our body language. Now, as per this survey, it was found that 67% of people were rejected because of eye contact. They were not making eye contact, or their eye contact was not as good as they wanted. तो आपका body language में eye contact भी आता है, आपका handshake भी आता है. If you are fidgeting, now today I am taking your session and start fidgeting with things. Hi guys, with my body language, I do not look confident, and you will not want to study, or you will not want to attend my session at all. Hence, eye contact is very important. Now, if you remember a few minutes back, I asked you to turn on your cameras, right? If I asked you to turn on your cameras, it's because I want to make eye contact with you, right? I know you will be watching screen and you will be looking at me and listening to my voice. However, for me, these slides are there. I know that I will be able to make you understand whatever I want to with my vocals also. However, visuals are as important, and I want to see you and I want to make eye contact with you. Hence, I want all of you to be on camera so that I know who I am training or who I am talking to. Right? Now again, your eye contact, your lack of smile. Sometimes we are so nervous during an interview, we forget to smile. There is already so much going in our mind. If I count on my fingers, we have to maintain our body language, meaning that eye contact, my smile, my shoulders, my spine should be right, foot should be proper. I shouldn't fold my hands. Then my hand should be on the table. No, it has to be on the lap. No, what should I do with my file? What should I do with my bag? And then I have to answer also. I have competitors also. It's so much already going on in my mind that I am not able to give out a valuable smile to my recruiter. We give fake smile, and they know कि हाँ ये fake smile दे रहा है मुझे, or you are like छोड़ना यार, already इतना tension है दिमाग में, क्या इसको smile करूँ. Both are wrong. I here do not want any one of you, all 54 of you, to give fake smile. You don't smile, it's absolutely okay. However, when it is needed, whenever you feel that this is a proud moment for you, or you are introducing yourself, तब तो at least smile. तब तो at least tell them that, you know what, I'm proud of myself, I'm proud of the family I belong to, or I've done schooling, I've done graduation, I'm proud of the fact that I am doing good in my life. Smile there. Now again, crossing arms. Now here, it clearly means that 21% People were not crossing arms in front of recruiter, but they were crossing arms during the waiting area. And how many of you here know that your interview starts or your interview begins when the moment you step out of the cab, that is the time your interview starts. How many of you know about this? Your interview begins at the time you open the door of your hotel and you enter. Your interview starts. It is as crucial as you entering a war in today's time, because now imagine 54 of you want to become a cabin crew. And I've been doing these sessions, I think from more than 1.5 years now, and every time I have new faces joining in. That means over 1,000 people want to become cabin crew, and out of 1,000 people, I am the one who want to get selected. And if I showcase all these problems, no, it will not work for me. I have to work hard. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you read here down, it's written 70% of employers do not want you to wear trendy and fashionable clothing. We end up sometimes wearing it. The length of my skirt matters and the knot of my tie matters. As simple as that. If I am wearing a short skirt, I will be rejected. If my knot of my tie is not fine, I will be rejected. Likewise, if today, for example, Kanika is wearing black and white and Akash is wearing black and white, and we both reached up till final round. So our clothing will be the final decision, and our recruiter will decide upon our clothes. कि मुझे आकाश का outfit ना कनिका से ज़्यादा better था. I think he is more professional. Let me hire him, not Kanika. Even if my wordings were better than him, whatsoever it was, but my clothing will also be a deciding factor for my interview. Any questions so far? You can type in the chat box, or you can just raise your hand so that I will be unmuting you and then we'll go ahead. The question has to be related to the slide that we are talking about. All right, so let's go ahead with our next topic. Azmi Khan, you can ask me your question. I am asking you to unmute. Please unmute yourself. I believe we have only one Azmi Khan in the group, right? Azmi Khan, you can unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please go ahead.
Ma'am, grooming is, can you please grooming skills?
Grooming skill, I will be coming up with another workshop. आप वो join कर सकते हैं. वहां पर मैं सब कुछ आपको grooming के बारे में बताऊंगी. अभी का session हमारा interview body language पर है. So we will be focusing more on that. ठीक है?
Okay, ma'am.
All right. I am taking the last person, Rajvinder.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Thank you, ma'am, so much. You're really giving a valuable knowledge to us. Thank you, ma'am, so much. Ma'am, my question is that, ma'am, is it important, like while speaking and while giving interview, is it important to work on accent as well? As actually, whenever I speak, many times people say you are having the accent problem. Like sometimes I say to want. So sometimes I just actually lack in this. So I just really want to know, is this a really big problem?
Right. Rajvinder, I will suggest you to keep this question. I will take this question at the end of the session. Chalega?
Okay, ma'am. Not an issue. Thank you, ma'am.
All right. All right. Thank you. All right. Now, these two questions that the ladies asked me were related to interview. However, they were not related to the topic we are discussing. I will take questions all throughout the session. I will be asking you to raise your hand, and if it is important, I will unmute you, not mute you. So it will keep going on. However, I will suggest that any question which is related to the slide, ask me. Otherwise, put the question in the chat box. Right? You can put your question in the chat box. We'll go ahead. I will request Mitali and Ishika to put their question in the chat box. I will read out and I'll give the answer. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, next we have our legaljob.com facts. Now we have our Forbes, we have LinkedIn, we have Legal Jobs. There are tons of platforms that keep on coming and doing certain surveys. And as per the survey, it was found that 67% of people were not able to make eye contact and interviewer were not able to engage themselves with the audience. And if I talk about our industry, which is cabin crew, it is way more important for us to make eye contact. Now imagine a situation wherein I have to serve a glass of water and I'm not making eye contact with my customer. I'm just giving him saying, sir, glass of water, please. How bad it will look that I'm not making eye contact with my customer and my customer really want to get in touch with me and really want to interact with me, but I am showcasing one of the element which plays a vital role, my eye contact. I am not playing the part. Right? So you have to make sure everyone that you are making eye contact because there are tons of eye contact I'll be talking about which will help you more. Now 39% of candidates were rejected because they were not able to portray the confidence level, voice quality and the lack of smile. Like I mentioned, smile is one of the element and I'll give you one of the instance that whenever you start flying, there will be times that people will be angry or agitated. They will not want to fly with the airline. Maybe they have past ill experience with the airline or the customer service was not right. However, even the cabin crew on board did not perform well. Here, when you are there on board and you smile at them, probably you will be able to transform your negative customer to a positive customer and he really wants to fly again and again with you. This is the power of smile. You smile at an angry customer and I'm sure that he will ease out and you will be able to transform from a complaint to a compliment. And I have done it multiple times in my career and I know you all will be able to do that as well. Right. Now we are moving on to our 5 important tips for your next cabin crew interview. Are you all ready? Do you want to know? You don't want to know? Give me a thumbs up, heart, celebration. Yes, no? Do you want to ask me something? Do you want to talk to me? All right. Let me just close the slide and see how many of you are really interested in knowing 5 major tips for interview. Great. So I see hand up coming. I see thumbs up coming. Great, great, great. Thank you so much, guys. Now, before I go ahead, let me tell you that if you stay till the end of the session, there will be a free gift coming for all of you. That is, we will be sending you exclusive our interview body language guide, right? Which will be fruitful for all of you. It will have certain tips, it will have certain tricks, it will have strategies, it will have lot more information. So all you have to do is stay with me till the end and listen to me and just give me your valuable time. That's about it. There is no hidden money, there is no hidden fees. कि मैम आप मुझे स्लाइड भेजोगे तो आप पैसे तो नहीं लोगे, मैं नहीं लूंगी पैसा. You are here to learn and I will make sure that you all are learning. We will not ask for any money from all of you. The only thing is you have to stay, you have to give me your time and you have to be participative. That's about it. Right? And I will only send guide to people who are on the camera. Okay, so Manpreet, then Priyanka, Aditya, Riya, so definitely, and Divyani. So Azmi, so definitely getting the free guide. Pakka. Okay, Baki, come on the camera, show me your face, at least wave hi to me so that I know you are there and you are listening to me. Free gifts सबको अच्छे लगते हैं. मुझे तो बहुत अच्छे लगते हैं. Whenever there is a free session, I'm like gift दे रहे हो तो मैं आती हूँ. अभी बताओ क्या दोगे मुझे? I'm giving you my time, I'm giving you effort, मैं अपना चेहरा दिखा रही हूँ तुम्हें. I want a gift, right? So please come on the camera. Make sure that you are there and let's have good time. Make sure that you are. Thank you everyone who turned on their camera. My team will definitely be noting down all the names. Olivia and Akasha right here. They'll be noting down all the names and we'll send you your free gifts. We'll be asking you for certain details after the session and you will get all the gifts that is from our end. And thank you so much everyone for joining the session. I hope the information so far given to you was good. Now hearts. Go ahead. थोड़ा मेहनत करो. Cabin crew बनना है ना, मेहनत करो. Great, excellent, amazing guys. Thank you so much for appreciating my hard work, staying with us. Chalo, now let's go ahead with our 5 tips to crack your interview and to act like a professional when you are there in front of the recruiter. Now, most important when you are going ahead, your 95% of messages are communicated non-verbally. Whether you are talking to me or you are not talking to me, if you're sitting like this, if you're sitting like this, or if you're sitting like ऐसे बैठे हो, I can tell you that what actually you are feeling और आपको क्या अभी क्या portray करना चाह रहे हो. When you are sitting attentively, when you are doing like this, अच्छा इन्होंने मुझसे पूछा, और when you are keeping just a hand, or you are scratching your head, or you are scratching your ear, or you're just rubbing your mascara, everything has a sign. It means that 95% of messages are communicated non-verbally. FBI, right? So they capture 95% of messages with non-verbal cues. They tell them, no, आप सच बोल रहे हो, नहीं आप झूठ बोल रहे हो, आप सच बोल रहे हो, झूठ बोल रहे हो. And later on, the person tells, हाँ मैं झूठी बोल रहा हूँ या सच बोल रहा हूँ. Which means with the non-verbal cues, they go ahead and they catch up all the lies. Now your first impression, I was talking about first impression if you remember. Now your first impression is very important everyone. आप चाहे इसको इस लेटर इस वर्ड का टैटू बनवा लो, आप चाहे उसको माथे पे लिखवा लो, आप जो मर्जी कर लो. But first impression matters and it will matter till you die. Simple. From the day you were born till the time you will die, people will keep making first impressions. Now, when you came here with a hope or with the intention of learning, the moment I turned on my camera, did you create it first impression for me? The moment you saw me for the first time in front of yourself. Let me find out the emoji this time. Wait. I think you have only few emojis. So now give me a celebration. Give me a celebration emoji. Yes, the one Harshita just gave. Did you all created first impression when I came in front of you? Now I'm not asking you whether it was a good first impression or a bad first impression. We will talk about that in a while. However, the moment cameras are on, even for me, when you turned on your camera, even I created that impression. Even I had one thought that ran in my mind, you know what, she is very pretty. Her smile is very beautiful. Wow, her eyes. I just love the way she is sitting. Everything that the moment I saw you, I was able to recognize you and I was able to create that impression for you, which means it has been created with non-verbal cues. Now, non-verbal cues, why I'm explaining you this is because some of you are not talking to me at all. Maybe you are just nodding your head or you are giving me thumbs up. Body language. You are still communicating with me. The moment I start speaking, the moment I was talking, 38% becomes my tone of voice. My volume is going higher, I'm speaking slower, or I'm not speaking, I'm just raising my hand. Everything is giving a sign. Again, it is creating good first impression. Spoken words. Whatever I speak, my words are only 7%. मेरे शब्दों की कोई वैल्यू नहीं है अगर मैं टोन ऑफ वॉइस ऐड नहीं कर रही हूँ या मैं बॉडी लैंग्वेज ऐड नहीं कर रही हूँ, उसका कोई वैल्यू नहीं है. The moment I add a tone to my word, it is valuable. Sometimes we get angry with our parents or with our friends or colleagues just because of what they said. हम उस पे गुस्सा नहीं होते हैं वर्ड पे, वो हम ये होते हैं तूने मुझे ऐसे कैसे बोला, you told me this, आपने मुझे ये बात बोली, मुझे बहुत बुरा लगा. It's because of the tone they are using. Maybe उस same बात, maybe sorry वो भूल रहे हैं अगर वो, so the person is actually not sorry at all. So he will probably come and tell you, you know what, I'm sorry. And if he is actually sorry, he will come back to you and say, you know what, Kanika, I'm really sorry. मुझसे बहुत बड़ी गलती होगी, please माफ कर दो. So you will be able to recognize that I am sorry or I am really sorry. क्या फर्क है दोनों में? Once you hear, once the emotions are added, again it adds a plus point, and hence you get selected in the interview also. Because the tone of your voice is missing during the answers you give, you are rejected. Because you are only focusing on the spoken words, आप robot की तरह answer दो. Good morning, it's my pleasure to introduce myself. My name is Kanika Gandhi. I stay in New Delhi. I am 18 years of age. I have done my schooling from, graduation from. Thank you. This is a parrot tone for every aspirant. कैसे select करेंगे? When you are showing the best version of yourself, definitely you'll be selected. Please take care of all three elements when you are giving your interview. Am I making sense? Yes? Great. Great, great. Thank you, Manpreet. Thank you. Now let's go ahead now. Our handshake. There will be times that you have to shake your hand with the recruiter. Especially when I talk about Qatar Airways, or when I talk about Etihad Airways, when I talk about Emirates, all the airlines recruiter are coming from international. The culture there is handshake. The way you are shaking your hand tells almost everything about your personality. Right? So if you are not doing good handshake, I know our culture in India, it is namaste. That is our culture. However, if I talk about the wider range of the wide culture that you will be joining, it is handshake. Even when I talk about the corporate, the moment you are entering the corporate or you are leaving the corporate, you have to go and shake hand. You'll be shaking hand with your customers. You'll be shaking hand with your colleagues the moment you are on board. So I will tell you my habit when I was flying as a cabin crew, and I was in flight manager. I don't know if you know or not. So I was in flight manager for long 4 years. I was a lead lady. So if I am a lead of the flight, all the other cabin crew that I am flying with becomes my responsibility. My captain is again a responsibility. I am my captain's responsibility, and he is my responsibility. So whenever there was a joint briefing, so joint briefing is when you and your cabin crew and cockpit crew, they come together and they do a briefing and they discuss information that हमारी flight में आज XYZ लोग travel कर रहे हैं. मेरी flight में करिश्मा कपूर है sir, आज मेरी flight में शक्ति कपूर है sir, Deepika Padukone is traveling, she's sitting on 1 alpha. So you discuss all the information and captain tell you that हमारे flight में इतना fuel है, हम इतने nautical miles पे fly करेंगे. This will be our cabin altitude, this will be our ambient altitude. So it gives you a lot of information about the flight. Now, if the information is exchanging, that is called a joint briefing. The moment that briefing is over, you shake your hands. And I'll give you one instance. There was one lady captain. She was very arrogant because she joined us from Emirates. She was senior first officer in Emirates and she joined our airline and she became captain here. So I was doing a flight with her. The moment I gave my hand to her, she just waved off and she went. She said, I don't shake hands with Indians anymore. So I was like, okay, that's really rude, but why? Now this is again a handshake that she did with me, showcasing her arrogance. Again, there was a captain who was flying in the flight. He gave his hand, complete hand, he shook my hand properly. I got to know that he respects me and he's one of the kind. Likewise for you also, ladies and gentlemen, you will be shaking your hands with multiple people. You should know the right way of shaking the hand. आप fingers नहीं grab करते हो, you grab the palm and the palm, and then you shake your hand, and you always go 1, 2, and 3. That's about it. आप don't keep doing it. Yes sir, okay sir, fine sir, जा रहे हैं sir, आ रहे हैं sir, हाँ sir, दीपिका पादुकोण भी है आज, हाँ सनी देओल भी आएगा sir, बॉबी देओल भी आएगा. जो कैप्टन ने बोले छोड़ना मेरा हाथ. What are you doing? You don't have to do that. You have to understand that 1, 2, and 3, that's about it. छोड़ दो उसका हाथ. You don't have to keep on doing that, right? So your handshake becomes very important. Okay. Now make sure whenever you are shaking your hand, your palms are dry. If you have the tendency to sweat a lot, best possible way is to put little talcum on your hand and then go back. Go and shake your hand. If you have tendency, wash your hands again and again. Make sure your hands are dried enough. If you have tendency to put lot of hand cream like me, I put lot of hand cream. Again, after every 15-20 minutes, I have habit of putting lotion. So if you are one of my type, putting hand cream again and again, make sure that it is penetrating completely. वो wet नहीं होना चाहिए आपका, ठीक है? In any circumstances, if your hands are wet, what do you do? Any idea? What do you do? Write me in the chat box. If my hands are wet, another person is giving me his hand, what will I do? Write me in the chat box. We can use napkin, but आप imagine करो. अभी मुझे Manpreet, she is right in front of me, so I'll take her name. So if Manpreet is giving her hand, I said, एक मिनट napkin लेके साफ करने. And her hand is already like this. Very awkward. Wipe the sweat. How will I wipe the sweat? That is a question. Abhi the person is already giving me our own way. We can greet them in our own way, like namaste, pat, dry hand perhaps. Right. So what I do most of the time, if my hands are wet or I have just applied a lotion, or if for any matter my hands are wet, I tell them allow me a minute, or I give them a fist. I give them this because again मेरा हाथ यहाँ से गीला है, ये थोड़ी है. So I give them a fist. Again, it is a one kind of saying hello. If I talk about the Americans, this is okay. But corporate में मत करने लग जाना ये. If आपका पता चले CEO of Indigo is coming and you are saying boom sir, what's up? Boom sir, what's up? बाहर जाओ, बाहर, out. Understand if you are doing this, it has to be with the same level. Or with people who you don't know. Probably I am meeting Riya or Azmi or Manpreet for the very first time and my hands are wet. I will tell them that allow me a minute, my hands are really wet, let me just dry them quickly. Oh no, speak. You don't have to just, I will not do that. Again, when I talk about these elements, when I give you this information, whenever you are shaking hand, your eye contact and smile should be there. Right? How awkward will it look now? Oh, wait. So we're like, why is she even shaking her hand? Mat kare na. Right? So make sure that your hands are dry. You are using your right hand always to shake your hand. And always remember, if you are junior, let the senior give you the hand first. You as junior will not shake hand first, your senior will give you hand. If it is a lady and a gentleman, always lady gives the hand first. If it is gentleman and gentleman, whosoever is senior will give the hand first. Female and female, whosoever is senior again gives the hand. If you are wanting to shake your hand and recruiter is, or the other person who is senior to you, not giving you handshake, control. Don't be fidgety कि यार ये handshake क्यों नहीं कर रहा, मुझे तो करना था. Because I'll tell you, most of the time celebs के साथ देखते होगे आप. Celebrities don't want to shake hands, but other person go like this and they are like क्या करूँ अभी? So they are like ठीक है कर लेती हूँ. So they only grab fingers, right? They only grab fingers. They will never grab like this. However, when Karan Johar or Ranveer Singh, they are shaking hands, it is a complete proper handshake. If Ranveer Singh has to shake hand with any one of us, he will probably not shake a proper hand because of a reason. Right? Understand and then you can go ahead. Be firm and confident when you are shaking hand. Right? Now, like I mentioned already, your handshake should be firm. It shouldn't be too stiff. Iron grip, or it is called my bone crusher. बचपन में हम करते थे. We used to crush the bones. Right? Especially our brothers used to do it. So that is again a handshake. Our uncles used to do it. मेरे तो uncle बहुत बार करते थे. The moment he used to come as a अरे यार फिर मेरी bones गई आज. Because he used to do very stiff handshake, right? Again, dead fish, your hand shouldn't be too dead. It has to be proper, right? All right. So next important tip here is my postures. The way you sit in front of the recruiter will tell them almost everything about you. I know you must be tired during the entire process. There will be time, guys, when you are tired, or there will be time when the recruiter is also tired, right? अगर आप tired हो, what you can do simply is waiting area में just do a stretching exercise. So one stretching exercise, you just have to keep your hand here, go move your shoulders back and front, or you can roll your shoulders and with your hands on your waist, which is called akimbo posture. You have to keep your hands on the waist. You will turn left and you will turn right, and it is done. Now, when I talk about this akimbo posture, it has to be done secretly. अब लोगों के आगे, especially people or ladies and gentlemen who go to gym, they are very fond of showing their shoulders and biceps. Right? So don't do it in front of audience. Go to washroom, lock yourself, stretch yourself, and come out. All I'm trying to say here is that you have to convey confidence with your excellent posture, which is written here. So one is this exercise that you do. Second is you move your shoulders all the time during your process of interview, and you have to just stretch left and stretch right. These are three exercises that you can do, and it looks professional. Even if you are in the waiting area, the shoulder rolling can be done in front of other people also. Doesn't matter. But the other exercise and turning here and there has to be secretly in a privacy, right? Now, when you sit in front of the recruiter, make sure that you are not slouching or you are not in a lounge position. The one shown here in the pictures. It is a professional setting. I have to be way more professional. I have to look the most professional amongst everyone in the town. So I will always have my shoulders erect. My back should be erect. When I am sitting for the interview, I will sit at the edge of the chair. Why do you think I'm asking you to sit at the edge of the chair? What will happen if I'm not sitting at the edge of the chair? Kya hoga? Write in the chat box. Write me in the chat box why I am asking you to sit at the edge of the chair. We may slouch back. Attentive posture. Yes. Won't touch the ground. No, Apurva, that's show confidence. Our body posture will become a C shape. Okay. I'm waiting for a few more. I believe we have 52 now in the group. Keep writing whatever is coming in your mind. There is no right or wrong answer. All I want you to is start using your brain. Personality becomes important. Perfect. For good posture. Great. Perfect. Now I'll give you the reason why I personally ask you to sit at the edge of the chair. Now let's say I'm sitting at relaxed. Okay, I'm both relaxed बैठी हूँ. When my recruiter wants me to get up, so I will have to take certain extra effort to get up and move. Right? If I am sitting at the edge of the chair, my leg will be 90 degrees flat on the foot and will be very quick to get up and move. So it is a quick action process that I follow when I sit at the edge of the chair. I will not take extra effort to get up. When I sit back, when I take the entire seat pan and I sit, it is considered as I'm relaxed. I am very much relaxed. I'm not attentive. If I sit at the edge of the chair, it means that I am attentive and I am ready for any circumstances or any emergency or any of the situation that you will give me. So hence you have to sit at the edge of the chair so that you are very prompt to when you have to get up and go ahead. ठीक है? Great. Attentiveness, exactly. Now moving on, we have our avoiding your cross arms. You don't have to put your hands in the pocket. Now we have winters approaching. It will be our tendency to put our hands in the pocket. Do not do that. Your hands should be always out. Once you are there in the venue, it is your responsibility to look, feel, and behave like a professional. How you do it depends on you. You want to hire a mentor to learn about professionalism, do it. You want to go ahead and ask someone, do it. You want to practice first and then go ahead, do it. It will be your own way and your own part that you will be doing. Do not put your hands in the pocket. Leave arms open at your sides, which means your hand has to be. Now, when I went for my Qatar Airways interview, my hands were like this, always like a C shape. So when I have my C-shaped hands, when I'm giving my arm and arm reach test, my hands were always like this one side and one hand was always straight. It looks way more professional. But this hand was always straight when the other hand was little like a C shape. So it looks more professional. Now, even if you go back and check my pictures of Qatar Airways, you will see a hand C shape. It looks professional. You can try and you can go ahead and do it, right? Eye contact. We have already spoken a lot about eye contact. Your good eye contact will convey how sincere you are about the job and how confident you are about the job. How well you want to convey the message. Now, here I want to give you certain tips and tricks, right? Now, number one is that 2/3 of the time, look anywhere in the eye-nose triangle. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have our 3 different gazes. One is my business gaze, another is my social gaze, and then comes my intimacy gaze. I will be talking about the 2 which is important for us. One is my business gaze. When I start talking, when I start looking my recruiter from my tip of the nose till here, okay? My eyes and my this portion here. It is called my business gaze. Now, for example, it's written 2/3 time I have to look from this triangle to any triangle. ये मेरा portion होता है. अगर मैं किसी को यहाँ देख रही हूँ, in front of my eyebrow, it is considered as a business gaze. I am very poor at making eye contact. I will look here, right? I look here. Then I move my eye for 3 seconds and I come back and I look here. Then I make my eye contact. I go away 3 seconds and I come back. Now, when you are moving your eye left and right, it means that you are thinking something. So always remember that whenever you are thinking logically, तभी आप eye contact break करोगे. Otherwise, if you are breaking the eye contact, it is considered that you are not confident or you are lying about a certain fact. So make sure when you are answering something, probably about your family or about your past history, about your career, about your profession, anything about yourself, make good eye contact and keep blinking your eye. Look left, right, come back. Look left, right, come back, right? 1/3 of the time you can look away, just what we discussed. आप राइट देखोगे, वापस आ जाओगे, फिर आप बात करोगे उनसे आई कांटेक्ट बना के, फिर आई कांटेक्ट ब्रेक करके फिर वापस आ जाओगे and then you will start talking. This is how you make it, because if you are constantly looking at them, एक तक आप देख रहे हो उनको, again it might consider as you are intimidating them. We don't want to do that also. We are juniors and we have to behave like one. I am there to get a job. They are there to give a job and they have tons of people to choose from. I don't have that flexibility, right? Now again, good eye contact. Let others know that you are interested in talking. You have to make proper eye contact. Gestures. Again, we have discussed, you have to showcase good first impression. You have to showcase good impressions, good gestures with that and good posture. Keep smiling, keep giving thumbs up. This is a new trend in India. I've seen a lot of indigo girls doing like this also, right? It is a heart. Korean, right? So I don't know if you know or not, I was working with Indigo as a safety instructor. So when I was working there, I did my first session and everybody said, ma'am, you were so cute, ma'am. It's like, what is this? She's saying, ma'am, it's heart. It is Korean heart. I said, where did you learn it from? YouTube. This is heart. If you do not want to do this, this becomes little typical now. So you want to showcase that, you know what, it was the sweetest thing that you did for us, you give this. I learned it recently, so I'm sharing this information, right? You can do this. You can do it here also, and then we take a screenshot for all of you so that we post it, right? All right, chalo, let's go ahead. Now with this gestures, you don't have to show fist. Never. You will not show middle finger. You will not bang the table whenever you are giving your answers. You will never cross your hands. You will never ever put your hand like this. So anything which is closed shouldn't be there. And the fact is, whenever you're giving your answers, always make sure that your hands are not open. It has to be closed. And this part of your hand is considered to be the softer part, and this particular part of your hand is a softer for the onlooker also. So if I do this and if I do this, this is more relaxing to your eye than the behind part. So you always show this part of your hand and then you talk, right? Now whenever you are giving your answer or whenever you are there in the audience, never ever point कि तूने ऐसे बोला था ना, तेरी वजह से मैं reject हुई. You do not have to blame anyone. आप reject हो गए हो, ठीक है, it's absolutely okay. Go back and again give your interview, but do not point at anyone, right? वो देख उसकी ड्रेस कितनी अच्छी लग रही है. फ्रेंड्स बन जाते हो ना वहाँ पे वेटिंग एरिया में, you do become good friends and you're like उसकी ड्रेस देख कितनी, उसकी चप्पल देख, चप्पल उसकी सरोजनी से ली हुई ये चप्पल, right? You do all this by pointing सरोजनी का चप्पल. Don't do it. I know you guys are new to this industry. I understand. The recruiter will also understand. However, you have to showcase how professional you are. Clear? Great. Now your enthusiasm. I will not give you plan here. I will not talk much about it. Right? Give me a second. There is a question. Let me take that. How do we show our palm during talking? Can you elaborate? Yes. So this is how. So for example, I am giving my answer. I will make a steeple, and whenever I'm giving my answer, certainly I will be doing that. Absolutely right. So 1, 2, and come back. Again, a steeple. You don't have to. You are not playing karate there. You just have to have 1. Certainly, sir. As I move forward, ऐसे करके आप उनको ये नहीं दिखाओगे, ये देखो softer part. Select me. 1. Certainly, come back, do this, come back. जब आप बात करोगे ना, definitely उनको यही दिखेगा because वो सामने होंगे, ठीक है? Now enthusiasm, I will not give you much gyan on this. I know you guys are passionate about becoming a cabin crew. That is why you are here. You just have to show how excited you are about the job. When you go and sit on the chair of your recruiter on the recruitment day, when you sit there and when you face the recruiter, think in your mind that how beautiful will I look when I wear this uniform. Just imagine yourself that this hat of Indigos or this hat of Qatar Airways belongs to me. And I am here to win that hat. That is my crown. And if I am here to win that crown, I will make sure that I have that crown. Simple as that. Right? You have to imagine good things and you have to go ahead. All right? Positive body language shows that you are professional, engaging, and you are all-round enthusiastic person to be. Please make sure whenever you go out in the audience, when you show yourself, groom yourself well, make certain extra effort, comb your hair good. अगर आप side partition करते हो, experiment a little bit extra. Maybe it suits you and maybe it works for you. Do not keep on wearing white. Wear something else which works for you, right? Now that's easy. This will be probably the last part of today's session, and then I'll be taking up your questions. Your body language is an aspect of interviewing that's easy to forget, but it's important to remember. Using right body language can help you seem more confident and give weight to your answers during an interview. Agree? If you are showcasing good body language, definitely it will add certain credibility to you and to yourself, right? Any questions coming in, please stay with me for some extra time. I will take up your questions and then you are free to go from my end. Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, now since we have given you the information, now it's the time that I introduce you to our upcoming course that we have. The enrollments are also open now. We have successfully reached batch 11 of the course. Now, this will be batch 11, meaning that all the batches that we have done so far are successful and people are flying, people are getting their wings, or they are getting selected, or they are giving their interviews successful. Yes, there are people who are still with us, who are still learning with that FC010. We are starting with FC011, where we will be giving you entire information about how to become a cabin crew, how to behave like a cabin crew, how to feel like a cabin crew, and how to crack your interview. It is not just about cabin crew, ladies and gentlemen, it will be all about your life lessons. So I make sure that you become a better version of yourself and you are able to, if in case you have confidence issues or you are not able to crack your interview, I will highly suggest you that you must hire a mentor and seek help, because competition nowadays is really tough. And I was fortunate enough to talk to Vistara's recruiter, to talk to Indigo's recruiter, to talk to Jet Airways recruiter, to talk to Go First recruiters. I was fortunate enough to meet them in a conference and I spoke to them. And then they told me one clear thing. कनिका पता नहीं क्या करते हैं यार, जब आता नहीं है तो तैयारी ही नहीं की हुई इंटरव्यू की तो आओ ही मत ना, हमारा भी टाइम वेस्ट होता है. When I heard this line, I said, what are you actually looking for in certain lady? आप क्या चाहते क्या उनसे? We want somebody who is honest and loyal, somebody who has better communication skill, who is able to create best first impression in front of our first time flyers, who shows that they are open and they are able to give best with their body language, and they know how to respect our customers on board. We want somebody whose personality is developed. Developed in what, ma'am? Developed in a professional. So are you all ready to be a professional? Are you all in the right frame mind to be a professional? Then this course is for you. I will highly suggest you. You can take more information from me, Akash or Olivia. The link is already in the bio of our Instagram. You can directly call me and discuss with me. The course is starting on 25th of this month. So make sure that you join the course and you learn. Now, this course is not only for cabin crew. This course is for everyone who wants to join some or the other company. Do not restrict yourself to cabin crew, cabin crew, cabin crew. This course will help you to join any other industry also, right? Now we have certain results in front of you. We have people getting selected in Qatar Airways. We have ladies flying already in Indigo. We have ladies flying already in Qatar, Emirates, Etihad. Akasa Air has already started hiring. So most of our participants have been selected in Akasa Air. The results are right in front of you. You want to know something else apart from whatever I discussed, you can ask me now. So again, we have limited slots available, ladies and gentlemen. 7,500 is the course fee for 1 month. We will be giving you certifications. We will make sure that you are getting selected. We give you all the assistance that is required before the interview. We help you, and we are not after money, we are after talent, and we are after quality. So keeping quality in mind, we only take 10 to 15 participants in one batch. हम 15 से ऊपर नहीं जाएंगे. All the batches that I have been taking, 15 से ऊपर किसी batch में भी नहीं गए हैं अभी तक. I have a lot of participants, I think from FC 1, 2, 3 also joined here. they can probably raise hand now, and you can talk to them. Why there is not a single candidate? I just showed you Rafa. Rafa is a male cabin crew. He just joined, not just, but he was selected in. Okay, let me go back and show you. Rafa, he is a male. Aniket is a male. So they both got selected. I have Meet, who is flying in Etihad Airways. I have Shubham, who is flying in Qatar Airways. I have Ajit, who just gave the, I think, interview for SpiceJet. There are tons of people who are doing it. So it is, for me, my classes are not restricted to male or female. I consider both equally. My male participants are getting selected. My females are getting selected. The only thing is the picture shown here is for females. That's about it. Indigo though, boss, they don't take male. So I unfortunately will not have pictures. But definitely if you want to see more results, you can go back on my Google review page and you can check. I have a lot of male participants also who have posted my reviews. And yes, so again, there are certain reviews here. 7,500 is the course fees. Limited slots available. You can get in touch with me, Olivia or Akash. You have our numbers already in the group. DM us on Instagram, or you can directly call me and talk to me. I'll be more than happy to help you. Now, this will be the last part. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Your feedback is highly appreciated. With your feedback, we will be able to give out more valuable information. So if you feel that we went wrong somewhere, please tell us. You felt that it was excellent, please tell us. You felt that improvements can be done, please tell us, so that we are able to give best information to all of you that is required in the entire journey of Fashcrew Consultancy. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining in. I hope the session was fruitful for all of you. And I hope that I was able to create some value amongst whatever we discussed, right? Thank you everyone. Thank you very much for joining in. Now I am open to take all the questions. Feel free to ask me questions. I'll be unmuting one by one. Raise your hand if you have question. I'll be taking questions one by one. Akash is also, I think, here. We both will be answering your questions, right? Please raise your hand if you have questions, please.